Hello, my name is Grant Carpin, and I am ready to answer your questions. So yes, let's get started. I asked on my Instagram for you to leave your questions. I got in drag for you all. I'm sorry that I couldn't film it. I just really like to focus when I'm doing makeup, but I did like a nice subtle gold eye and a septum ring and some lipstick, so yeah. But, yeah, let's get right to the question. So I asked you on Instagram last week on the Real Teen Queens, and I asked you, on YouTube, and I asked you on Instagram just today. So I don't know how many questions I have so far. I think I have a sufficient, I can't talk. I have a sufficient amount of about 13. So, let's start. A Nino Makeup, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm terrible with pronouncing names. I always butcher them, so sorry, girl. A Nino Makeup asks, how did you get into makeup and how did you turn it into work? So for me, I got into makeup when I was about 12 or 13 years old, and I started doing YouTube videos. You can look them up. I used to be called Zach, and we'll just leave it at that, and they're interesting, but I don't get a ton of work with makeup. I get work every now and then just to kind of make some money, but I don't get a ton, not as much as I would like at least. So I'd like to get more, but I do some freelance work. But if you're in my area, call me, DM me, give me money. The D Drag Race says, what's your next big move? You make clothes and you do makeup. What are you going to give us next? I don't know, honey. I'm thinking about possibly doing music one day, and maybe merchandise coming soon, and yeah, you'll just have to wait and see. I'm an all-around artist, so honestly, anything creative, I will do. And I'm sorry that it's so, like, overcast today. The sky is, like, not having it. Let me make myself look better. Yeah, slay. See, I look good here. I just don't with... Wow. Lennox Drag Queen. I'm very excited to meet you at DragCon, darling. By the way, if any of you are going to DragCon, DM me, comment below. I really want to meet you. I'm going to be looking pretty cray, and it's going to be fun. Would you rather go into the makeup industry or fashion industry as an adult? Honestly, I would love to do both, which is, I know, a bit ambitious, but I'd love to make clothing and freelance for makeup on the side, or maybe even do drag for money on the side. I don't really know quite yet what I'm going to do, but I'm confident that it'll work its way out, so yeah. Moist Face, I love this queen, asks, how long did it take you to grow your hair? It took me, my hair grows pretty darn fast. I think about 2 years to go from like a bob cut to this cut, so right now it's like down to like my nipples. Like when it's straight, it's down to my boobs, my flat chest, androgyny without apology boobs. So yeah. Chestnut Queen asked, when's the wedding? Honey, anytime you want. Just, we'll make a date. We'll make it work. You're buying the cake. Get me Tiffany's. She's my wife. Don't ask about it. Arabia Scarabee said, what's your goal for drag at the end of 2016? My goal for drag is to meet and network a lot at DragCon. I really want to meet the queens and definitely show them what I can do and really show up in my best drag. Also, I don't know, I'm hoping to, gain some following on Instagram because that's kind of my biggest platform and that's where I really like to share my artistry. And yeah, just keep on being me. I'm going to New York this summer to take more fashion classes, so I can make more outfits, and I don't know, it'll be fun. I love growing. Continue the growth, mama. And my septum ring is crooked. I promise it's real. And Cody Meneville, I never know if I'm pronouncing your last name right, Cody, asks, do you plan on trying out for RuPaul's Drag Race once eligible? There's a piece of hair in my mouth. Classy. To be honest, I don't know if the show is for me. I don't know if reality television is something that I really want to go into, but I feel like, on the other hand, it would be really great to showcase my talent. I'm still 17 right now, so I guess when I turn 20 or 21, I could try out, but if they ever do like a RuPaul's Teen Drag Race, I would love to. Undead Paints said, favorite makeup brand, EXO, thank you. And favorite highlighter. My favorite makeup brand is Makeup Forever, for sure. Like, this whole face is almost all Makeup Forever, and House of Beauty for the lips. But yeah, like, everything else is Makeup Forever. And let's see, favorite highlighter. I would have to say the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, for sure. I like the powder a lot. I have it on right now. I don't know if you can see the glow. But, yeah, I love that. I love the liquid one. All of Becca's highlighting products are just top notch. Leo Shki said, whence so much creativity in your looks and makeup? Not sure if that was a typo, but does it mean why so much creativity? Honey, because I got an artistic brain. I don't know. I would answer your question if I could read it, but I don't understand it. I'm sorry. I think it's Saturday's Child says, who are some of your favorite androgynous role models? I love this question so much. I would have to say Jeffree Star, of course, is one of my top. I like how Cara Delevingne is somewhat androgynous looking. She's really inspired me to, you know, utilize my natural brows and makeup and utilize my bushy caterpillars and my natural hair, so I love her. Also, I love Boy George. I love James St. James. I don't know. I love so many people. Those are probably some of my tops. Oh, sorry. Oh my god, and, what's her name? Let me find her on Instagram. You're gonna kill me when I don't know her name. Ruby Rose. Yes, from Orange is the New Black. She is so fierce, and she's, like, the most beautiful androgynous model actress I have ever seen. She's freaking gorgeous. I think she prefers she for her pronoun. Yeah. So yeah, I love that question. Next, someone asked, I've noticed you never really conceal your brows. Shade, true. Is there a reason why you don't, or is it just for personal preference or aesthetic? That's the last Instagram question. I talked about this a little bit in the question before, but I love utilizing my bushy brows, and I do conceal them sometimes. I'll insert a few pictures here to show you that I don't always, like, utilize them. I don't like the feeling of, like, the hair stuck to your face, and it also gives me a ton of acne. But yeah, I like utilizing my natural brows and just kind of making them work, if that makes sense. The septum ring is going to be the death of me, I swear to God. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. I really just love my natural brows, and I used to hate them so much for how bushy they were, but I really like using them, and I think that they are pretty fierce. So, yeah. But I sometimes will cover them. It's just, I'm not very good at it, honestly, and, yeah, it's just not, it's not my cup of makeup collection. Possibly, sometime soon. I don't like those videos always because I kind of feel like the person's bragging, but, yeah, makeup is my art, so you kind of have to think of it more as, like, the materials that I own for my artistic practices, but I do have quite a bit that I probably will never go through. Yeah, and then when did you start to do makeup? I kind of answered this earlier, but I was like 10 or 11 or 12, I don't really remember for sure, but probably 11 when I first started dabbling, like, in my mother's makeup and just, you know, making weird creations on my face. So, yeah. Naya Reina, I believe it's pronounced, says, who are your biggest influences? Well, makeup-wise, I've talked a lot about the model influences earlier in the video, but makeup-wise, I love Pat McGrath, Alex Box, Rochar, my god, everyone is so freaking talented. I love Milk, the drag queen, the looks that she puts out. Who else? Oh, Matthew Anderson, of course. He's like a makeup genius. And Ryan Burke and, God, everyone. Fashion influences, I would say Comme des Garçons. Alexander McQueen is like my all-time favorite, of course. I know it's like so cliche to say that, but he was such a genius. And Gareth Pugh and, God, I love YSL. I think that's about it. And then the last question is a comment. Film a transformation. I will eventually. So, yeah. Thank you all so much for leaving your sweet questions and comments. I've really had a great time answering them, and I hope that you learned something about me, and I learned something about you. I might insert a little bit more of a question kind of thing after my outro, because I'm filming this quite a few days before the video actually comes out. So if there are a few questions that don't seem quite as repetitive as the ones that I've already talked about, I will definitely film them. Feel free to follow me on Instagram at gcarpenmua. Go to my website at grantcarpen.com. Follow all of my sisters at Cake Dairy Inc., Brittany Official, Aaliyah Vixen, Miss Lady Porcelain, and follow us, The Real Teen Queens, on Instagram, and email us at therealteenqueens@gmail.com for all business inquiries. And if you want to email me, it's just info@grantcarpen.com. So yeah, without further ado, I hope that you had a wonderful spring break, and or are having, depending on what part of the country or world you are in. And yeah, au revoir. There was one more question on my video from last week from Elliot Glenn, who asked, where do you buy your rhinestones? And the answer is Michael's. Of course, get that 40% off coupon and you will be good to go, darling. Alright, bye guys.